Joseki, the dreaded corner variations that take forever to memorize. However, they are undeniably one of the best ways to start learning Go openings, discover good shapes, as well as develop early fighting strategies. Joseki sequences can be as simple as 3 moves, or it could take up to 50 moves or over to complete. My name is Ryan, and today I will show you the top 10 most played Joseki in 2020. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion, so if I missed out on your frequent Joseki, be sure to let me know in the comments. A brief word on the pronunciation. Technically, it should be pronounced Joseki as it is a loan word from Japanese. However, most English-speaking Go players say Joseki, so I guess either way works. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. In our number 10 spot, we have a Joseki starting with a 3-4 corner or the small eye. White plays the 1-space high approach, black attaches under, white hanes, black pulls back, white connects, black plays a 1-space extension, and white extends 3 spaces. Black's move 7 could also play a high extension at B if black wants to develop on the lower side. Now, if white wants to be more solid, white could also play a 3-space low extension for move 8 instead. In this Joseki, black takes the corner, and white takes influence as well as development towards the right side and the upper side. In our number 9 spot, we have a start point corner. White plays the low approach. Black kicks. White extends up. Black plays the 1-space jump. And white finishes by doing a 3-space extension from 2 stones standing up. This completes the Joseki. Black's move 5 can also play at A to be more safe. White could also play move 6 at B to be more solid in terms of taking the side. At the end of this variation, however, there is a follow-up in which black reduces white's bottom and white invades into the corner. In this case, black takes the corner, white takes the lower side. However, both territories are still invadable, so keep that in mind. In the number 8 spot, we have a 3-4 point corner again. White this time plays a low approach, and black plays the knight's move. In this case, white has many follow-ups, one of them being Tanuki. Because black plays the knight's move, the corner is more open, so even if black pincers in the A area, white can still attach into the corner to settle the stone at 2. White has common follow-ups including A, B, C, D, and the pincer at E. In number 7, black also starts with a 3-4 point. White plays a low approach. This time, black plays the kusumi. Now, I was debating on whether to include both of them as one. However, since we see both of them very, very frequently, I think both of them deserve their own spot in this countdown. Now, the difference between the knight's move in number 8 and the diagonal here, which is known as the Shusaku diagonal, is that this diagonal makes a stronger corner, which means before, white could attach in the corner, now white can only play the knight's move. Meaning that typically, it is more worth it for white to play a 2-space extension after black plays the diagonal compared to black playing the knight's move in the previous Joseki. White can also play a 3-space extension instead for this Joseki. Black develops influence on the side, white develops a solid 2-space extension on the right. At number 6, we have a start point corner. White plays the low approach, and this time black tanukis, which is a very interesting continuation, where white plays the double approach now. Black attaches, white hanes, black extends, and white attaches. This is a new way of continuing for the double approach variation, which was inspired by AIs. Now, black hanes, white connects, black connects, and white finishes off by playing a 2-space extension. In this case, of course, this is better for white because black was able to play a move somewhere else. So keep that in mind. In this variation, white settles on both sides, and black has this group in the corner. Now, this group is not completely alive, but can live very easily by playing p2. White's move 12 can also play at A, B, or C, depending on the situation. I was just able to squeeze in a 3-4 point Joseki in the top 5. So in the number 5 spot, we have the 3-4 point corner. White plays the low approach. Black plays the diagonal or the kick. White extends up. After black takes the corner, black plays a 1-space extension. Then white plays a 3-space high extension. White's move 6 can also play at A for more solid. 6 being on the 4th line is more potential. However, it is lost solid territory. For example, if black has a stone at R11, then black could invade and slide inside the territory. Black's move 5 should not be a 2-space extension because the corner is weaker, which is a common mistake by many players. In this case, black takes the territory and white takes the right side. The number 4 top played Joseki starts with the start point. White does the low approach. Black defends the corner using a knight's move. This time, white attaches, and when black blocks at 3-3, white double hanes. Here, black ataris. When white connects, black connects as well. Then white also connects back to the stone on the left side, and then black pushes, and white extends. This completes the Joseki. After the end of this Joseki, the descend here by black is a very big move, which sometimes is played immediately. Getting the exchange 11 and 12 is now believed to be very necessary. If black descends at S3 immediately, white can extend up at where black's 11 is, and black's shape in the middle is very uncomfortable. In this Joseki, black develops more influence, and white dives into black's corner, taking away most of the territory. In the number 3 spot, we have a start point corner, and of course, you've guessed it, the 3-3 invasion. The 3-3 invasion is now a very popular Joseki now due to the widespread AI influence and because the start point has now reached its peak popularity. So when white invades the 3-3, one Joseki variation for black is to block. When white pushes, black can hane, and when white hanes back, black double hanes. This sacrifices the stone on the right. The only variation for white that is acceptable is to atari, black connects, and white captures the stone. Other variations might be possible in rare cases, but this variation is by far the most popular one. In this case, although black sacrifices the stone at S6, be careful, you shouldn't run that stone anymore. Black should atari at S4. White captures, and black ataris at S3 to complete the Joseki. In this case, black takes the corner, which is about 10 points. White takes influence on the outside. In the future, extending at Q6 is a very big move for white to develop influence on the right side. If black were to follow up, black would play P7. Although black has a lot of territory, there's a lot of forcing moves, for example at O2, and then after white plays Q6, there are other forcing moves in the middle. So this is a territory for black versus influence for white Joseki. In the number 2 spot, we start with the start point, and white invades in the 3-3. When black blocks, white extends. These are all necessary moves. This time, instead of haneing, black plays the knight's move. This move can lead to a very complicated variation, so beware. If white wants to go with a complicated variation, and by complicated I mean very complicated, and remember in the beginning of the video I said 50 plus moves? Yeah, this can go up to 50 plus moves if white plays S6. However, if white wants a relatively peaceful one, white plays R5, and R5 is the number 2 most played Joseki. When black blocks, white hanes at S6, and then black hanes, white blocks, and black cuts inside. This is a tsuji to take advantage of white's liberty shortage. Now, white has a couple of options here, but in this variation, white plays s4. This allows black to Atari down. When white captures, black connects. And this completes the Joseki. Now, although this Joseki is in the top 2 most played lists, in my opinion, you really have to be careful when you play this as white. Because black gains a lot of influence, white looks relatively cramped inside the corner. The key here for this Joseki that makes it okay for white is that there is this peep in the middle, which could help white reduce the center, and white takes sente, as well as the fact that it was originally a black corner. For all those reasons, if white can reduce the influence, this is an even result, and is very popular amongst professionals. And the number 1 top played Joseki in 2020 is the start point and 3-3 invasion. When white invades the 3-3, black blocks, white extends, black extends, and white plays the knight's move. This completes the Joseki. This Joseki is very simple, hence its popularity amongst professionals, high dan amateur players, low dan amateur players, as well as cube players. Due to its simplicity, it is easy to execute, and it's easy to understand. Black chooses a simple way to deal with the 3-3 invasion, leaving future follow-ups depending on the surrounding situation. Black develops influence on the lower side, and white takes the territory away from black after invading the 3-3. Due to the time constraints, I will not cover the variations that follow up from this Joseki, but I would be happy to do so in a separate video. These are, in my opinion, the top 10 most played Joseki in 2020. The most important point about Joseki in general is that you have to first memorize it, and then you learn the variation. Now, don't be daunted by the complicated follow-up moves because I'm a professional Go player, and well, I don't even know some of them. I mean, I do. If you enjoyed this video format, stay tuned for next month's top 10 outdated Josekis in 2020. My name is Ryan, and until next time,